Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sealed video. I want to help you get ready for your pre-releases, so I want to show off the build and gameplay in sealed, which is a bit different than draft. Huge thanks to Wizards for the free preview access to this event so I could get this recorded early. Let's see what we are working with in our packs. Now, on Arena, you get to see your rares first, but opening up one pack at a time can be a little interesting. Okay. The last Ronin is a very powerful mythic rare. Destroy all creatures for 6 mana, and then you mill 4 cards and can return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. So you're going to get back the best card in your graveyard and even get to do some digging for a better creature. And then whenever a creature you control attacks alone, you can put 3 counters on it, gain trample, lifelink, and indestructible until end of turn. So you get a huge creature after that if you're able to make an attack. So really strong card, and we want to make sure we can play it. We can potentially splash it because we could play a green deck, splash black for it. We have Michelangelo, which isn't crazy. It's like a 4-mana 4/4. The dealing damage to put something into play isn't the most relevant thing, other than the fact that if you do like sneak it in, you return a card to your hand and then you can put it into play kind of immediately. So you can kind of upgrade one of your attackers without going super down on tempo. Northwind Avatar is really cool, especially in sealed where you open so many packs. You're often going to have like some cards you don't have room to include, and then maybe you can get a removal spell that's kind of clunky, or you can get like, if you're splashing, you can find a basic land of any type. And that can be pretty cool to help enable a splash, and overall 5/5 flyer is also just good for 5 mana. There is Mondo Gecko. So 3 mana, 2/3, hard to cast because of the double blue, but when it deals damage, you get to draw extra cards, and you can give it hexproof from different colors. April O'Neil, absolutely fantastic card. Another one we want to kind of make sure we get into our pool if possible, because it's just a huge card draw machine. You just draw a card when you play the April because it's a creature. That counts as a card type, and then you're drawing extra cards every turn pretty much. So currently I'm kind of thinking of like a blue-green deck that splashes black for this last Ronin and maybe some removal, but we'll see. Leader's Talent, not my favorite, especially in sealed where you aren't necessarily like attacking as consistently. You're trying to get value and then overwhelm in the late game, especially in the colors that looks like they have some of my best cards, but not my favorite card just because it costs so much mana to kind of get going. And yeah, but definitely a card to keep in mind. Dawn and Wrath Hard Science, 3 mana, 2/4. Affinity for artifacts. Casting things for a discount isn't as good in sealed. This card's just kind of hard to use. I mean, casting things for a discount is always good, but like you generally have more time to just normally deploy your spells. And then the last card, I know I went out of order. I think I went Ronin, Michelangelo, Northwind, Gecko, boom. I went like the weirdest order here possible, but Leatherhead Swamp Stalker is also great. 4 mana, 5/4 trample, just great stats. Hexproof counter on her, so like really hard to interact with. And then it can even get you a 2-for-1 if you are able to destroy an artifact or enchantment that a player controls. So kind of have some possibilities here. And as we go through the cards, I would like to just talk about them and whether they're good in sealed. So Action News Crew is the type of card that is actually reasonable in sealed. You want your early game creatures to have some late game applications. And if you top deck Action News Crew on like turn 8 or 9, then the channel ability does give it some extra relevance. The early game body's not the best, but the relevance in the late game does make this a bit better in sealed than some other 2-drops. April O'Neil is really nice because Scry 2 is great in the late game and in the early game, and then the fact that it's harder to block April makes it nice as well. So this is pretty reasonable stuff. I will say I am not super inclined to play white just from looking at the rares, because none of my best rares were in white. But Dimensional Exile is a great removal spell, 2 mana. They're not really going to be killing your lands, and there's not a ton of enchantment removal, so this is basically going to be a 2 mana removal spell a lot of the time, which is great. Pretty splashable as well. Leader's Talent we already talked about. Lita, Little Orphan Amphibian's also great. Scrying can be good in the late game if you're in a board stall and just need some action. Putting counters on it, make a growing threat is good. Making food can be good. We have some decent white cards, just I don't think we necessarily have the same power level as some of the other colors. Uneasy Alliance, good removal spell. High Flying Ace gets a little better in sealed because being able to break a board stall with your random creatures is nice, and taking to the skies with your other creatures is going to come up. Eastwind Avatar, not my favorite card. 2/4 is just a bit small, even though it can grow temporarily. And then Mighty Mutanimals, really good card. You often want to put the counters onto things that aren't the Mighty Mutanimals because your opponent's going to want to kill this, so you want to diversify your threats. There's Jenica, Bad Apple's Big Sister. Just 2 bodies, 1 card, solid creature. And that's all the white cards we have. We could do a white splash depending, like splash 2 Dimensional Exiles and an Uneasy Alliance. But I find it hard to imagine us playing white as a base color. There's just not enough cards here. Next up, blue, Fugitive Droid. This card gets much worse in Sealed than in Draft. You don't really care about a 1/1 unblockable occasionally. Protecting your stuff can be okay, but it's just a bit small. It's more of a synergy card, I think. The Surveillance Cam is pretty nice in Sealed, though. Getting some card draw into the mix is nice, and you can even like tap things down when it enters or leaves, so you can save yourself some life points if your opponent has big creatures while you're drawing cards, which is a nice combo. A couple of Buzzbots. That's an early creature that can have relevance late, because if it does trade off, you draw a card, and it can chip in, and Vigilance means it's like poking in while also protecting you a bit. Negate can get a little better in Sealed, where the games are slower. You have more time to start eventually holding up mana for this. Donatello Technique, card draws nice, works well with like Buzzbots for just casting this on the cheap sometimes. Donatello, Way with Machines, can be a growing threat depending on how many artifacts I have. We really want to play this April, as I mentioned. Mind Transfer Protocol, turning my creatures into 4/5s can be reasonable. Draw a card to replace itself. Works well with things like Buzzbots. Works well with something like Surveillance Cam sometimes, where you just have random things sitting in play to turn into creatures. Honestly, I've already got a few artifacts for this Donatello to do some work, maybe. Retro Mutation can be decent removal, though keep in mind that it will keep any +1/+1 counters that it has. So even though it'll be a 0/1, it might end up being like a 2/3 on defense still, which can be annoying. So pick and choose your spots. And then Donatello Turtle Techie. Draws a card if we have an artifact. We have a few artifacts. Blue has some decent cards for sure. Definitely some potential options. Blue was one of the colors we were considering because of the April, because of our North Wind guy. So we'll have to see. Black. Combat Trick. Generally not a huge thing you want in Sealed as much because you're not pressuring as much. So combat tricks get a little bit easier to play around, easier to blow out because people can hold up mana more often. Stomp by the Foot, great removal spell. We have a few artifacts. The Sacrifice even plays really well, especially with like Buzzbots, so you can make sure it dies if you want it to. Though blue-black isn't a supported color combination in this set. We'll have to see what our multicolored cards look like eventually. Tunnel Rat's decent 2-drop. This has relevance in the late game because it can keep coming back in the late game. It's got a good activated ability. Insectoid Exterminator. Reasonable because it's got flying, but not my favorite card. Hard to trigger Disappear consistently sometimes. Also a little small. Oroku Saki. If we can trigger this thing, draw some extra cards, that could be decent. Shredder's Technique, great removal spell. Anchovy and Banana Pizza, great removal spells. So we've got some good black removal spells, 4 really good ones here. Lord Dreg is also very strong, so I'm starting to see a idea of potentially playing black as a color that we'd be interested in. Maybe black-green to make the Dreg helpful, and then splash some blue cards. Bebop, not my favorite card. Just 5 mana, 5/4 menace isn't like the best body. Like you don't really care that much about it. Shredder, Unrelenting. If this thing connects, it does so much damage. Can potentially be used mid-combat, like give you a different creature that was going to trade Death Touch. Black has some good stuff in it. Let's see our red. I love Manhole Missile. 2 mana, deal 3. Gets you some filtering. So when you get into those late game battles, you get to actually like get rid of some extra cards you don't need. Mouser Attack. Nice little ability to give first strike. But again, combat tricks aren't really as useful in Sealed as we discussed. Mouser Foundry is nice in Sealed, especially because you have more time to activate the ability. So you end up with 2 1/1s and dealing 3 to something. But the 1/1s aren't going to be the most relevant. It would play out really well with this Donatello because you get a bunch of artifacts into play for just 1 card. So you have Donatello, and then even a single Mouser Factory is going to get you 3 artifacts. Purple Dragon Punks, not my favorite 2-drop because a 2/2 doesn't scale that well. But if you are comboing this with like Mouser Factory, it makes it easier to activate. Raphael, Tough Turtle, not my favorite. Just incremental chip damage isn't going to be as useful, I don't think, in Sealed usually. Especially just for mid-rangey decks. Jenica's Technique, 2 to each creature. More of a sideboard card, I think, than a main deck card. Bob Bashing Time, some good removal in red. This kills basically everything you care about for just 4 mana. It is sorcery speed, but still. It's kind of similar to Anchovy and Banana Pizza, but only costs a single pip, but you don't get to gain the 3 life. Anchovy and Banana Pizza is definitely better, but this card's pretty reasonable. And then Raphael, Most Attitude, good card advantage. If you can enable him to attack. Rock Soldiers, destroying artifacts. Non-creature artifacts, though, so not always going to get the most relevance, but destroying something like Surveillance Cams can still be quite good, and it's still a 4/3 at the end of the day. And then Zog, decent 5-drop guy. I think this guy reach, trample, and making something unable to block, it's a little bit better than Menace. But yeah, red looks decent. We've got some stuff we could potentially splash. Our best red cards are like Bot Bashing Time, Mouser, not Manhole Missile, I mean, and Mouser Foundries, like kind of this order, I think. So like splashing red for like these two cards definitely seems reasonable potentially. In sealed, you usually will end up with multicolored cards like Northwind Avatar, like Neutrinos Last Runner. We'll get to those in a moment, but so you generally do end up playing a supported color combination. But when you're looking through your cards, definitely keep an eye out for scenarios where you play like an unsupported color combination. It just doesn't look like we have tons of green cards at all. Like we have Leatherhead, we have Zoo Escapees, which is fine as a 2-drop, but nothing special. A couple Saved by the Shells, which is a good combat trick, but again, combat tricks do get worse in this format, though this one's also a protection spell, so that's relevant. And then New Generation Technique lets us search up some lands. Not always my favorite thing to do, but like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love Ragamuffin Raptor, gets you some good value. Also being able to get a food back means that you can get back your anchovy and banana pizza. And then Rocksteady, we have 3 copies of a top end 7/7. Just not a hugely relevant thing. Green is going to be hard to play, even though some of our best cards are green, like Leatherhead, Raptor's good. We just have so few green cards. Only one of these lands is a bit unfortunate. I think 60% of packs have them, so only getting one. Oh no, we have multiple. Never mind. They're not all listed in that spot. Okay, so we have 3 of them. That's about what you'd expect to get. So don't love Foot Elite. It kind of rewards attacking. It's a 2/4 on its own, not the best. Foot Ninjas, kind of hard to use as well. Ice Cream Kitty can be a nice little 2-drop if we could get some tokens going. Pizza Face makes a token, does some stuff. Last Ronin. So our black-green, maybe we could try to make it work if we have enough playables. It might be hard to make playables in black-green. Blue has some of our best cards like April, but we could try to splash April because we do have this Mutant Town. We want to make sure we can make the last Ronin fit. Yeah, PF Point Squad's not crazy. Neutrinos is good in like an aggressive draft deck. Whoa, 3 Slithering Cryptids. Making Mutant tokens is really good with some of our cards. It's really good with Ice Cream Kitty. We can sack those Mutant tokens to draw cards. It's really good with any things that care about artifacts coming into play, like Donatello. It's good with random things like Lord Dreg. 3 of these things can go a long way for our deck. I don't love Punk Frogs, just big creature. And then like Omni Cheese Pizza can be helpful for splashing. Turtle Lair, we'll have to see what cards we're trying to splash, if they're ninjas or turtles, but Skateboard's not my favorite either. So let's start building this deck. Let's put in the cards we really want to play. So if we were to build, we could see, it's like, we have a few red cards we maybe want, but it's going to be so hard to splash red because we don't really have fixing for it. So it's much more likely we end up in like Sultai colors. Like the cards that I want to play are April and Last Ronin. Those are probably my 2 best cards in my entire pool. And so then we just have to figure out how we're going to make that happen. If we play black, blue, splash, green, does that work? I don't get to play Leatherhead then, but I would get to play Last Ronin. I also would love to try to play this Northwind Avatar. What if I played black, blue, splash, green, splash, red? It's very tricky. I do think Northwind is good. Also, if I do have Northwind, Northwind can find me basics of other types to help me. So it would be a source of whatever mana I needed for my Ronin card. This could be a card I rely on. I wish I had different dual lands. This is the trickiness of deck building here. So I don't think white is ever something we can afford to play here. Blue as a base color seems pretty good because we have all this card draw. So if I played blue, black, splash green, splash red, or just splash green and ignore the Northwind Avatar, I don't really want to do that. Let's just see what our blue-black deck looks like for starters. Nope, we don't really care about Pain 101, Stomp by the Foot, Tunnel Rats. Okay, so splashing 1 green card and 1 red card in a blue-black deck gives me 7, 7, because this is a blue-green land, 2, 2. Plus this Omni Cheese Pizza can be used to help me get my mana in order for one of my splash cards. Abandoning the Northwind Avatar might be beneficial. I really want to get this April O'Neil in here, though. And card draw is its own form of fixing sometimes. Do I want to just play this as a channel ability? If I played blue-red, splashing... I wouldn't get to play this. I wouldn't get to play some of my good black cards. I have so much card draw in this build. Leatherhead's also really good. So this is one kind of build. I would probably cut... So this can only sacrifice creatures. Oh, I can sacrifice creatures. That's good with Tunnel Rats in the late game. Probably cut Negate. Cut like Retro Mutation because I have plenty of good removal already. Maybe I would cut the Northwind Avatar. It's a really good card, though. I'm kind of missing on top end in this build anyway. I just draw cards and draw cards. Like maybe I would want Bebop. Pizza. So this is 2 green cards all of a sudden. It's just not enough green sources, really. My blue cards are pretty reasonable, though. I like my green cards a lot. I could just try to only splash April, but then I miss out on Northwind. That's the thing about Sealed. It's so many complicated decisions. So let's just see what another build looks like. So that was kind of our blue-black base. What does it look like if we go for blue-green base? That's blue. We could play that even. Blue-green base. This is our blue-green base. We have like some pretty solid stuff. And then if we wanted to splash black for the last Ronin, we have some more tools to do that. What are we missing out on in black? If we want to splash black, we could play Shredder's Techniques. We could splash black for last Ronin, obviously. Pizza Face. Pizza Face is cool because we could even get him back with Ragamuffin. I guess it's a creature, so we could get it back with Ragamuffin anyway. Ragamuffin does have some cool synergies. So there's like this build. What are my best blue cards, really? My best blue cards are really just the April, so I don't need to play blue as a base color. It's April and then card draw, but I get plenty of card draw from other things. It's like April and then the Northwind Flyer. And then card draw, of course. So what if I just played April? And then I get access to New Generation Technique as a splash source. And then I have Omni Cheese Pizza and I have this. And then if I play one island, that's like 4 sources of blue. And then when I'm splashing my... I'm playing black as a base color in this version, so I get to put in this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, Shredder. So I have plenty of late game now. My only good card I'm missing out on is the Northwind Avatar. Punk Frog. No, not that one. Turtle Lair is for ninjas or turtles. You're not a ninja, April? Come on. I don't really want this guy. I have plenty of top end here. Like, Shredder's also nice because if I can reset like a Cryptid, that could be good. Saved by the Shell can protect my April and stuff. I'm liking the look of this build. This is double blue. That's not going to happen. Foot ninjas. No, I don't need that. Rock Steady. Do I want that to like guarantee being able to like... That's like a really good card to get back with Last Ronin. Like I play one Rock Steady and that just helps my mana a little bit and gives me another top end threat. That seems like it could be okay. I think my 3-drop slot's fine. I could try to play Oraku Saki, but I don't think I have the 2-drop attackers really. Like Kitty's not a great attacker. Zoo Escapees is a fine one. Tunnel Rats is fine. New Generation Technique could be okay. I don't think I really need Michelangelo. Creature and or land. I do have some big creatures. And if I wanted to play Michelangelo, I could just play another copy of Rocksteady, and then I have 2 big creatures to put in. I don't really want to play too many legendary random top end guys, though. So this is kind of my build that I'm liking right now. What's it look like? My creature count, 16, 9 non-creatures. So I can probably cut some bad creatures. One cool thing you can do is type creature, and it'll sort by your creatures out. So I have 3 3-drops. I got 4 2-drops. My 2-drop, my early game's looking pretty good here. April, my 4-drops are also looking pretty good. The Michelangelos may be a little bit worse, but I do still like it. I think I don't necessarily need Shredder. I think Michelangelo fulfills the role of Shredder a little bit better. And I think Rocksteady's a fine option. New Generation Technique is kind of just to help me splash for this April. And I think I will shave 1 copy of a forest, because that gives me 7/7. I don't want this actually. I have some double green cards actually. Let's go like this maybe. Yeah, I'm definitely heavier green. So that gives me 8 green sources, 7 black sources, 7, 14, 15, 16. This gives me 8/8 if I do it like this. And then, yeah, I'm going to cut 1, I think, because if I ever draw New Generation Technique, I don't really need excess lands. And this is going to be cycled a lot of the time. And this thing is cantrips. Helps my colors for casting my early spells. I only have 1 black 2-drop that I really need to be able to cast on turn 2. So if I don't find black for a while, sure, it might be harder to cast this, but I think I'll generally be pretty good with this build. Always do like 1 last check. I am missing out on some card draw. Like I could, if I really wanted to get greedy, I could try to splash like, no, that's only showing creatures. I could try to splash like, not this card, but like just card draw. Not really generally the best thing to splash. This thing's interesting because I do have some good stuff with ETBs. So like if I use that with like a Slytherin Cryptid, I'll get another Mutagen token. Or I do it with like, I don't know, some other guys. Oraku Saki is also interesting, but not the most aggressive deck. We'll have to see if that would seem good. I think 1 Rocksteady makes sense here. Okay, this is the build. I'm excited to see how it does in the games. And let's get to it. I might not play every single game with this deck because it could take a while, but we'll play a few games for sure, get a sense of things. And as we get ready for round 1, I would like to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon. If you are enjoying my videos and you'd like to support my mission to make draft accessible to people of all skill levels while gaining access to cool bonus content like my card-by-card tier list and format dots document, Patreon is the place to go. A special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It does make a tremendous difference. Okay, round numero uno. We've got a great hand. Last Ronin plus the ramp spells to make it happen on the play with Slytherin Cryptid into maybe New Generation Technique. Playing against white-black. April O'Neil's going to do some work, especially because we're going to hopefully draw like a protection spell for it or something. Okay, they're off to the races here. If they do get out of control, our last Ronin's going to do some serious work. So white-black might have some ninjas. We're definitely blocking the Ninja Cavalry. Because if they're going to sneak something back, we'd rather they sneak their token back. If they have a combat trick, this doesn't work out perfectly for us, but we're okay with that. We're in a resource battle here. This is going to get us a 2-for-1. Yep. That seems like it went pretty well for me. I'll be honest. The question is, would I rather just cast this, or would I rather return this to play so I can get another mutagen token in the future? I think in this scenario, I think I'm going to get enough cards from April that I don't need to do that. So I'm just going to go this, and attack them anyway because I can't block the Menace guy. I should have attacked first. I forgot this had Menace and I was going to plan on blocking it, but I can return that to my hand with Shredder's Technique if need be. Okay. Oroku Saki is looking pretty reasonable. I don't know how good it would be in my deck, but it is being pretty irritating. I guess it only does the one thing, and then we get creatures in the way to block it. Okay. So we... buff this, attack. Michelangelo, get to hit them and put Rocksteady into play. That does seem pretty good. I can put this into play. Let's put our 7-drop into play. Why not? There's plenty of removal spells that can kill Rocksteady. And yet they do not have one. One problem with the Rokusaki is it's legendary, so if they like want to put one in here, they have to sacrifice their other one. Oh, you're kidding me. That's bad. Oh, that's bad. See, the thing that they can do now is they can then sneak this guy back in, and then they... Yeah, that's bad. Okay. So we're going to try and set them up here. Because now if they use this thing to just exile this, I can play the last Ronin, kill that, get my guy back. And they're in trouble. They didn't have a kill spell for this last turn, or maybe they were just saving it for the turncoat. Perfect. So if they play another creature here, my last Ronin's going to do some really serious work. Okay, I might just go April plus Slithering Cryptid here to draw a couple cards. No, let's just do this. This is super good. Okay. So that might not seem like ideal, and it certainly wasn't. Okay, we will get back our... I think we're going to get back Leatherhead, actually. Hexproof is pretty valuable here. Because now we have a like guaranteed target for this. Attacks alone. We can put 3 counters on it, give it Trample, Lifelink, and Indestructible. And like they also don't really have a good attack with this guy. Oh, that's really good. Like, there was some argument to trying to get back the Ragamuffin Raptor, and then... But now they're in trouble. And I don't mind casting all these things because they can't really react to it. My guy's indestructible, and I trample over for the win. Nice! Oh, huge win. I think we found the right build for this pool. I'm pretty proud of how we built that. I think we played that game really well. We kind of used our last Ronin in a way that worked out for us. And then I think we made a good decision on which creature to get back. Getting back to Hexproofer was definitely a good call there for us. So I really like that. I think we also saved our April for a while, which was nice because we eventually got to draw. Like we used it after maybe they'd exhausted some of their answers. We wanted to play our other cards first. We have some good sources. I think the blue splash, not getting too greedy with the splashing the double red card as well, was pretty good. On the play, this hand needs too much. I need swamps, and then I need to draw multiple lands to play my cards. I'm going to mulligan. We can keep this, though. Keep this. We're going to ditch the Ice Cream Kitty, actually. This is going to be useful for if we do draw April. It's also going to help us hit our 4th land and have double green to play the Leatherhead Swamp Stalker. Leatherhead plus Saved by the Shell is going to be a really good combo because they might have to block it. Last Ronin is excellent here. Can help me recover from my mulligan a little. Blue-green. Sure. Genghis Frog. They might have a bunch of mutagen tokens on the way. There's a decent number of mutants in this set, especially in blue-green. Zoo Escapees. Okay. I think Leatherhead's pretty good. I have all my colors now because this is blue. That could be problematic. Though last Ronin does a good job of neutralizing it. I could give something indestructible and then play last Ronin. That could be good. If I get to that point. Donatello is scary, though. I can now safely sack this to gain 3 life, too, though. So I might want to save it in case I draw Pizza Face or something. Opponent has 4 cards. I have to imagine last Ronin is going to be the best card cast this game. Okay. It's pretty good. That's actually a good draw for me. It's going to let me go save by the shell on this and then play last Ronin next turn. So they're holding up some mana. They only cast a 2-drop last turn. They didn't use their tokens. If they are holding up a counterspell, they could beat me with that for sure. That's good for me that they're going for the more threats approach. If they had a counterspell, I think they'd go all in on Buzzbots. Oh, that's cute. I wonder why they did it like that. I can't fathom why they would do it like that, actually. I'm going to have the mana to gain 3 life here, so I think I might as well do that now. I mean, this could go badly for me. If they have counterspell, I lose anyway, so I'm just going for it as if they don't have counterspell. Yep. Yep. I could have gone, play the board wipe, trigger on the stack, give my guy indestructible. I was like, but if they had the counterspell, I was going to lose anyway, so I could, I mean, they had to, I mean, they almost guaranteed had counterspell there. There's nothing I can do to really forced him into tapping out there, though. They played like Donatello, and I had no answer to it. I have plenty of kill spells in the deck. It's just Donatello just absolutely owns me. Ooh, we're getting to play from Graham against Graham from Loading Ready Run. That's fantastic. Huge fan of his. That last game was just like a little rough. We were on a mulligan. They had like crazy mythic. We didn't have our kill spell. Like if we'd drawn like a anchovy banana pizza, we would have been able to force them into maybe a rough spot. Okay. Okay. We are going to cycle our Rocksteady because we don't need to risk not being able to cast our Michelangelo. And we do have the glorious play of attack with Cryptid. If they don't block, we sneak this guy in and then put Pizza Face in, and this guy will have left play, so then we get to make our food token into a 3/3. Okay, Action News Crew. Dream Beaters, sure. Okay, so we don't necessarily get to do what we want here. That could help us. We can cast this for a single mana if we wait to use this guy, but I don't think it really... This card's not the most scary thing in the world, really. They have blocks for it. They kill it anyway, of course. Why not? Why not? Okay, so... I attack. I can trade this off with April O'Neil. Then play Pizza Face. I'm not ecstatic about how this has gone. Losing the Michelangelo was actually pretty bad for me. If I could have... I guess I could have waited. I was pretty convinced they would block there. But I guess my deck isn't really known for having scary sneak cards. Okay. Might as well protect our guy. It is a 3/4 after all. Pizza Face can handle April blocking duties. They're plane cycling that. Interesting. So they have a 6-drop or something they care about? What expensive card could they care about? Maybe another Action News Crew? Regardless, I think our play here is pretty scripted. So now we have blockers for kind of everything. If they kill Pizza Face, April gets to keep attacking me, but I have a 4/5 now as well. Next turn I can play this, sacrifice it if they play a creature worth killing, and then get another Pizza Face trigger. Nope. They have the anchovy and banana pizza. Brutal. Oh, they kill my 4/5. Okay. What does that mean? So they have there's nothing they could have here. The +1/+3 combat trick. This is why you study the set, because I knew there was nothing they could have there. Okay. We'll gain 3 life. I guess if they had +1/+3, attacking with Pizza Face was maybe a bit much. They have plenty of life to work with. I have plenty of life to work with. Okay, they get rid of my guy. They're at a functional 16, so. Oh no, they have a ninja. Oh, okay. I would love to draw another creature here, or an artifact or something. Okay. Let's kill this guy. Gain our life. Attack for 2. Turn this guy into a 5/5. Maybe that was aggressive on my removal spell. Okay, they're out of gas. They're out of juice. We kind of have an engine where we can sacrifice Tunnel Rats, then bring it back over and over. They would lose the counters, but we can start putting the counters onto something else. Maybe we should have started doing that process immediately. I wanted to have a blocker for this thing, though. Okay. So I have 4, 8, 9, 10 mana. I really don't want them to get an attack in with this. They'll get to attack with like one thing and then buff this to a 2/2 flyer, but I get to block it still. Okay. I think I'm okay with this, actually. I need to get my engine rolling here. Sacrifice another creature or token, yep. And I have to do this at sorcery speed, so. Oh, this is huge for me. I'm a huge fan of this. Because I might draw something, too. That is certainly something. So I could bring this back and sack it again. I don't really want to do that. Oh, it's 3 counter, so it can block this. Duh, okay. Well, that's a heck of a draw. I don't know how this trigger works. This is where I would call a judge. I honestly don't know if I kill the Koya, does it prevent them from getting to pay the thing? I don't think so. That's unfortunate not knowing of the rules there. It's like a delayed trigger. I think it just goes on, it's like a trigger. So even if this thing's not in play, it still works. Okay, I'm taking some damage here. Remember, they have this so they can gain some life. Gosh darn it, that was such a good draw. Well, we get some good draws of our own. I really want to get Ice Cream Kitty back. Because that's such a good engine. I think it's better than getting just a single removal spell. If I draw a land here, I can even still play this. Oh, that could be good. So this can already block there. Let's just make ourselves another big blocker. This is a close game. Ice Cream Kitty. That's good for them. They can sacrifice their creatures and tokens to draw cards. I expect they're going to get rid of Dream Beavers. But probably after attacking me with it. I have 2 lethal attackers now. Oh, not before attacking. Huh. Okay, so they get another flyer. They've got some flyers here. That's for sure. I don't really want to destroy all creatures. Ooh, that's so good. Okay, that does kind of make me want to destroy all creatures now. So I can play this. Next turn I play Ragamuffin Raptor and something else. Maybe Rocksteady can't be blocked by more than one creature. That's a good one to make into a last Ronin. I have way more cards than they do. Oh, man. Let's just go for the attack, maybe. No. We have 4 power in the air. Hmm. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Please fire up the turtle van. They're probably really confused. Oh, this is so good for me. Yeah, I went for a really confusing line. I don't blame them for doing this, because they do kind of have to block this, and they don't want it to go really south. But getting to kill their vehicle here is absolutely massive for me. Like, my gosh. That's just wrong what we just did there. We're not decking ourselves. No, okay. I think they're pretty comfortably in bad shape here. We have 11 mana in play. They have 8 mana in play. Oh my gosh, that was formidable. That was a really interesting game though. That was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. Just intricacies. We were like, "Oh, do we No! The game is crashing. Are you kidding me?" Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The brutality. Oh, are you joking me? I lost my internet connection? What is happening? I guess that's why you never surrender, because stuff like that happens. Oh my gosh. Am I actually going to not have internet to finish that game off? No! Oh, you're joking me. Oh, the pain. Oh my gosh. What do I even have as an option? Where's my phone? Gotta get a hotspot going or something. Oh my gosh, the pain. This is insanity. How does my computer lose internet at the most critical moment of my life? Not actually the most critical. Oh my gosh. You're joking me! Oh my gosh. Back? We're back. Come on, hotspot. Get the job done. We just need you for like 10 more seconds. I could skip 2 turns and still win this game. Oh my gosh. I could literally miss out on all of my Ronin triggers. Oh, we're back in. Wow, my opponent's a champ. They didn't concede. Oh my gosh, it like automatically returned. Sorry about that. That's so bad. Okay. We still won. Even if they had the food. Okay. Okay. Well, time to go sort out my internet connection, but what a win. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. Another easy keep for the good guys here. Okay, we've got our 2-drop. We've got our 3-drop. We just have to draw some land. Okay. Normally I'd be over the moon to make this trade because my guy's useful in the late game. Unfortunately, when you're missing land drops, you can't be as avant-garde with your trade requests. Oh, you're joking. That's really bad. That's not good for me. They get to deal 3 damage to things when they play lands. Okay, we hit a land. That's good. That's good. Now I can afford to go forward a little bit. And Leatherhead can take care of this thing. And I'm happy making this trade, because eventually I'll get it back. And I just want to keep my life total high until last Ronin can take over. Leatherhead's definitely taking this out if it can. Metalhead. Okay, Metalhead's got to die as well. Okay. We need a forest, but other than that, we're cruising a little. Okay, I regret everything, but I regret nothing. We're probably gonna be in trouble here. We're just gonna bring back tunnel rats. And then try to chump block this guy. We can't bring him back right now because it comes back tapped, but next turn we can try to chump block this guy. We're just gonna try to play last Ronin here. So any land would be great. And they can deal 3 to any target, so I am at a sensitive life total. No, the pain. Ooh, that's nice. So we can use Saved by the Shell. This is so bad. This card is so huge. I have to block him. Oh, gosh. They're playing 4 colors. That's wild. This thing's really tying together the ship. Definitely blocking there. Not taking 7. Not a chance. Play another creature. I think I have to do this. I have some really good cards in my hand. Leatherhead can take care of Weathermaker. Especially because I can put extra counters on it. I will get back Ice Cream Kitty. That's how we drew it up. Let's go. Oh my gosh. We can kill their last Ronin. 4 damage to target creature. What are they going to get back? Are they going to get back like Metalhead or something? We can't have that. Or one of their big guys. We really don't want them getting something back. So we attack them, get rid of this thing. They can't target this thing. Let's just do this for now. I don't want to let this thing get any value. I feel like I played that so well. Like, keeping up my indestructible just in case they had Last Ronin was like ultimate value. Okay, I'm gonna play this. 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 This is a nice little engine. Do they have another Last Ronin? That'd be bad. Boom! Let's go! The Last Ronin victory! Oh, I was on another level! I was like, well, if I protect my creature, I can't lose. The only thing that could kill my hexproof creature is Last Ronin. Boom! Let's go! We are the Last Ronin. You tried to be the Last Ronin. But when the one Last Ronin comes up against the second to Last Ronin, that's when you really run into trouble, because the Ronins are formidable, to say the least. And the second to Last Ronin is sometimes almost as deadly as the Last Ronin. But I was the Last Ronin. Actually, Leatherhead was the Last Ronin. She is quite the fearsome crocodile. In the world of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Ronin Crocodile is the ultimate endgame boss. Turns out casting Last Ronin pretty dang good. Once again, we're going to keep this bad boy. Oh, we have so many cool synergies here. Cryptid into Michelangelo, putting in Rocksteady is going to be pretty good if we can get it to work. And then we have Last Ronin. Every time we draw this card, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this card's messed up. It's so strong. And that plus the ramp is super good. Okay, give me lands. I just want lands here. Oh, I actually have Rocksteady. I'm definitely going to cycle it. It's not worth the risk. Not worth the risk of just not getting to play the game, even though... And then we can, like, use Michelangelo to do some stuff. They can sneak something into play. I've loved Slithering Cryptid, too. I'm having a lot of fun with this format. I mean, to be fair, this is my first sealed, so the challenges we may face may multiply over time, but I mean, I'm having a good time with this deck. Let's get that Cryptid into play. He's slithering. The slithering has begun. Magic the slithering, as they call it. Or Cryptic the Gathering. I can now block your Action News crew very effectively. Jenica. I don't like Jenica as much as this guy, just because by the time you play that, like 2/2s are generally a little bit less relevant. Still good, but I think they've done a good job of like statting the cycling creatures so you actually can play them. The black one is probably my least favorite. Though at the current moment, I'm having trouble remembering what the red one even is, so maybe that one's my least favorite. If I can't remember... Oh, no, that one's pretty good, actually. Okay. So we are in a little bit of trouble here because we didn't get to play one of our 4-drops that turn. That being said, it is just setting us up for a good last Ronin. And after we go last Ronin, we can go Michelangelo with Saved by the Shell up, attack. Use Michelangelo as the final Ronin. My life total's high. This thing gains me a bajillion life. That's not good. Well, I don't like that. Not one bit. I'm worried about them having a ninja card to get back their Triceratops, but I think I have to go for this anyway. So I have 3 greens. I'm just going to get a blue and a black. So I take 2, 5, 7. If they get the Triceratops Commander back, it could be a close game. Like if they have a ninja card or something. Yeah. That's what I was worried about. But I can always kill that later. Yeah, they're going to ninja it back. That's terrifying. Play land and play it again, please. I beg of you. No, they didn't have the land drop. Oh, the brutality. Okay. We don't have any options. We have to do this. Yep. So my turn is going to be play Michelangelo. I need to hold up green so I can keep up Saved by the Shell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll have 3 mana left so I can Shredder's Technique that. Okay, so I'm going to get back Rocksteady then. Michelangelo, I choose you. Because we need to protect him with our Saved by the Shell. You are the last Ronin, Michelangelo. You're the last one that can save me. Oh, man. If the dinosaur guy had worked out a little bit differently, this game would already be over. But ninjaing this card back is super good. Oh, that's not happening. So if this gets 1 hit in, we're in such good shape. Such good shape. Saved by the Shell's messed up. Come on, Michelangelo. And it's going to put Rocksteady, and they know it's coming. I'm getting 6 mana for free spotted to me. I could have gotten back Ragamuffin, but I can use my Ragamuffin to get back Ragamuffin. Okay. Sure. That's a great card. And that'll trigger this guy guaranteed. Oh, that's awesome. Well, first things first, we're attacking. Creature or food? Okay, let's see. Is there a food card we want to get back here? No. So let's just put in the most expensive thing. Then we can play this. So we have 3, 6, 7, 8 mana. We can go drag, kitty, sack mutagen token. That seems really good. Is there anything better? Ragamuffin, get back. Slithering, get back. Ragamuffin will be for next turn. This way I add a lot of power and toughness to the board. Kitty. Play land out. I'm not really worried about discard spells. The main discard spell in this format is a discard 2. It's like either discard 2 or draw 2, pretty much. And they would probably use it to draw 2 in this scenario anyway. I feel like it's getting used as a draw 2 a lot of the time, actually. Like, if I only have one card in hand, they're only going to use it. They're not really going to use it to discard. Okay, Uneasy Alliance, sure. It's funny that they did it on my 7/7 instead of my 8/8. Okay, interesting. There's actually some reasonable attacks here. Sure. Sure. So I get to sacrifice this. So I have 5 mana. I want to spend 2 to sacrifice this guy so that I can trigger this guarantee. Then Ragamuffin back. Ragamuffin. But first we're going to do this so we see what we draw. That's pretty good. Ragamuffin back, Ragamuffin. Ragamuffin chains are super good. And then I hit them for 3. Because I kind of have them on a 2-turn clock. Because this is going to be 4 and then 5 the next turn. I don't want to risk anything. Like, if I only keep back this guy, they kill this guy, I have not great blocks. Now if they kill this, I can still go do some blocking. Okay, okay, that's definitely scary. I will chump block. Because I don't want to take 5. Ooh, that's a good draw. Okay. So, what do I want to get back? I want to go Cryptid, put counter onto Lord Dreg. So I can keep attacking. Or maybe I just do Cryptid, put the counter on this so I can block the high-flying ace. Yeah, that seems better. You know what? Putting the counter on this guy is definitely correct. And then I can attack them, because if they attack me back, no, they can make 2 things flying. Yeah, I don't really want to risk that. I will have an extra flyer to jump block though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make this attack. Yep, that's fair. And then I make another flyer for jump blocking purposes. I can jump block Leonardo again. I have this Ragamuffin in hand. I can get back a Cryptid or Rocksteady, though I don't really want to get back Rocksteady. I'm mostly going to use it as insurance for if my Leatherhead dies or something. Or if my Lord Dreg dies, probably. That's probably a more important value target. Ice Cream Kitty. Oh, no. Oh, no. Actually, keeping my guy back to block saved me here. Holy heck. So they can sneak things back into play now? Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Good thing Leatherhead's here. Oh, that's a huge draw. There's nothing I can get back from my graveyard pre-combat that would matter. Slithering would matter, but I'm gonna go. I would go 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I wouldn't have mana for the Stomp by the Foot, which is going to be an essential card here. It's definitely a big attack turn. Sending with him. Him. Whatever blocks Leatherhead is presumably going to get shrunk. So if they block there, double block there, jump block there. They're super dead. Like, they have to block this guy. They have to block Leatherhead. That's 2 blocks they have to make. Yeah, they just take the damage. Let's see. If I didn't have Stomp by the Foot, this would have been a really tricky situation. This guy definitely would have attacked. This guy would have attacked. I don't think... I mean, they could have given 2 things flying next turn, basically. But then they wouldn't have been able to sneak something. So they could have given 1 thing flying, and then I kind of have to double block some things. I think I was going to win this game regardless, but on this turn, how would they have blocked to survive? They could go 3, 4 blocks here, along with 3, 2, so that I can't trample over and kill this, because this is like their only path to winning. They have to like double block here, jump block here, and then they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, but then they gain 3. But then I'm like vastly ahead. Yeah, attacking with everything with there I think was important. If I had attacked with fewer creatures, they might have had some weird blocks. If I hadn't had that thing. I think if I hadn't top decked a removal spell, I would have had to do more math. But it worked out. Our deck is cruising. Last Ronin is super messed up, as we knew. And I feel like we've been just playing good quality games. Lots of good decisions. We had mana problems at one point, I think. I think that's how we lost our game. I kind of forget. I put the loss behind me. We'll keep this. We have our insane card, and we have some early plays. This is a card that I do not think you should generally be playing in sealed, because you won't have enough sneak payoffs to make it worth it. And they're not even playing a sneak deck. Okay, so it's gonna hit me for like 1 damage every few turns. The Tunnel Rats has been pretty nice. I've liked that. The Ice Cream Kitty has also been really nice. So they are going to sneak something into play. Sure. This is the best case scenario for the Pigeon. And I still don't think it's that good. I don't think I'm going to slow play my last Ronin here. They have 2 unknowns. I have 2 kill spells already. Definitely trying to keep my life total high. They're definitely going to block, and if they have negate, then they get to negate me here. So like I want to like give myself the best chance if they have negate. I have 3 kill spells, saved by the shell to make sure whatever creature I have what does connect. Okay. Not a terrible play by them. This is where Tunnel Rats gets to shine. I'm going to wait on using the Mutagen token. I changed my mind halfway through. You shouldn't be making half measures. I was going to bring it back and put the Mutagen counter on it immediately. Sure. This is where diversifying your threats may pay off a little bit more. Jeez. Okay, so I'm going to save this and I'll use this so I can play Michelangelo this turn. If they do draw a kill spell to kill this, it's not the end of the world. It means they're not killing Rocksteady. This is why you save your Mutagen tokens, because it's way better to put it on Michelangelo now. Not only can I protect him very easily. I mean, I've just top-decked really well down the stretch here. I've drawn spell, spell, spell. Yep, I think that's game. Boom! Let's go. Sealed victory number 5. Oh, we spend a lot of time on this build. I like spending time on the build, thinking about it, going through all the cards. I think it's most helpful, and also like that's like one of the most interesting portions. In the games, as you've noticed, we've pretty much just been casting the Last Ronin a lot and winning with that. But honestly, the card that has been better for me than I thought it would be is the card that gets 2 lands from my decks. Battling against Kenji, the Numat the Nummy. I'm excited. Oh man, I've had him on as a guest before. He's great. Super good player. Let's see what we shall see. Ooh, another white-black deck. We faced a lot of those. Zoo Escapees. We don't have our Last Ronin. We'll have to beat Kenji the old-fashioned way. Okay, we're definitely attacking here, then playing our guy. Sure. That's a fine trade for us. That's a good card. Oh, especially on turn 3. We're definitely just in Ragamuffin Raptor beatdown mode. Get back my Zoo Escapees. We've got him on the ropes here. He has some life gain here. But we're just trying to hit him with Slithering Cryptid a couple more times. There's probably some limit to the amount of removal he has. Okay, he has a disappear card maybe, or he has a... Yep, okay. I'm actually going to make a cutesy play here. This is a very cutesy play. I'm not sure it's correct, but I think it is. Because this can deal 3, and I don't want him to just kill my guy for free. And now I'll have 2 lethal threats. And I'm doing 1 point more damage this turn, so either of these creatures, if it sticks around, is lethal. So that's my logic. So now, like, he doesn't get to kill one of them for free. So he has to have 2 creatures or 2 kill spells. Or that, but now he's dead. Boom! Let's go! Oh, it's so exciting to beat Kenji. Let's go! Oh, yeah. Exciting stuff. I did have fun in the match. That was just how we drew it up. I think we won because of our tight play. If we hadn't gone for the Zoo Escapees line, we play Zoo Escapees. He's at 1 more life, so he'd have gone up to 9. He would have used this to kill my 4/3. So he would have been at 9 life. He'd have a 4/3. I'd hit him for 5. He'd have a whole another turn to draw a removal spell or something like that. So maybe we wouldn't have lost guaranteed, but my gosh, was that satisfying. That was such a sick line. Oh, play Zoo Escapees, sacrifice it to kill the 5/5 instead of just using my kill spell. Oh, yes. Oh, it's so satisfying. Oh, I'm happy. Oh, yes. I feel amazing. Going for the trophy. Let's go. We didn't even need our last Ronin. We used our old commons and uncommons in our brain. Yes. Oh, man. I feel like he's gotten the better of me the past couple times we've battled, so it's always a satisfying thrill to face him. Oh, man. Oh, that feels awesome. He's probably like one of my favorite people to play against in these events, so that was pretty fantastic. And now we're battling for the trophy. The first ever trophy with the last Ronin. The last trophy with the first Ronin, as they like to say in some circles. Okay, here we go. Well, we have our colors. We've got Cheese Pizza. We've got Last Ronin. We need to draw some lands, but we're on the draw. We've got a little bit of extra card draw with the Cheese Pizza. We're keeping. You can't mulligan hands like this. This can even, like, stabilize us a bit. Okay, now we just need to draw 2 lands, and then we can have all the mana we need. This card's been pretty good. Playing at mono green. Oh, no. The weirdness. Well, at least we have our land, so we can kill it with Shredder's technique. Okay. Okay, yep, that guy's gotta die. How much damage am I taking? So next time I'm they're gonna use this, put 2 counters here. Hit me for 3/6. I'm gonna go to 14, I'll go up to 17. Then the following turn, and they'll play a creature. So I'll get out at 17, and they'll have a 5/5 and a 3/3. I think I have to do this. Okay. I have this thing, buy it back with Ragamuffin to consider. I'm gonna go get Forest. I don't need to get an island. I can just go Forest, Swamp, or something. Okay, perfect. So I can get a clean 3 for 1 right now. I don't think it's getting better than that. They can maybe even use a protection spell to protect something. I don't technically have a creature in the graveyard yet for this. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we can get back April. That's huge. April's awesome. Play April. Kill Pizza Face. Okay, don't kill Pizza Face then. I don't care. Brutal. Sure. Play land. Play this. Kill their 5/5. Play Cryptid. Let's just make April as scary as possible. Okay. I guess we could have put the counter here, but... Okay, interesting. We can use this. We want to use this and use Ragamuffin Raptor to get back next turn. So for this turn, I think we play this. Just hold up our Save by the Shell. The trophy! Let's go! Yes! Oh my gosh. What a build! What a game! We battled. We had some sweet games. The last Ronin. Well, if you made it to the end of this video, in the comments section down below, leave hashtag the last first trophy, because first trophy of the set using the last Ronin, it pretty much writes itself. Poetry. This was a super fun build. We got to use April. We got to use the last Ronin a bunch of times. We got to use Leatherhead. We had that sweet game where we used Saved by the Shell. We could have used a mutagen token, but we held up Saved by the Shell instead, even though our creature was hexproof, just in case they had last Ronin, which they did, and then we won the game directly because of that. Because usually it's he who last Ronin's last laughs longest, but if you last Ronin first but use Saved by the Shell, then you still laugh longest. But it was awesome. Super fun. The Slithering Cryptid was really, really impressive. The Ice Cream Kitty was really impressive, especially in the late game. Tunnel Rats was good with that little synergy package. Ragamuffin Raptor was great. All of our cards did some serious work. New Generation's Technique, surprisingly good. I don't normally love these types of ramp spells, but it was great here, as we saw. Awesome stuff all around. Super fun build, super fun to play. The Rocksteady Singleton, I think, did a lot of work as well. So I'm glad we included that instead of a 17th land, gave us that extra flexibility that we wanted. That's going to do it for this one, though. Thanks again to Wizards for the free preview access so I could get this recorded early. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.